Hello everyone, my name is Sujata Suresh and this presentation shares my leadership critical reflection for ECE508. Over the past 8 weeks of my understanding of early childhood leadership has transformed significantly. I will reflect my weekly learnings and challenges and successes I experienced, how my views of leadership shifted throughout the unit, and the professional growth areas I will continue to develop as an emerging early childhood leader. In week 1, I learned that leadership is rational, ethical, and influence based while managing focus on organizing system. This shifted my thinking from leadership as a position to something all educator can enact through reflective and ethical practice. In week 2, I explored the National Quality Framework and realized how policy literacy supports ethical decision making. I began understanding the strong leadership means interpreting regulations confidently and supporting the educators to embed into them practice. In week 3, I deepened my understanding of teamwork and collaboration. Distributed leadership showed me how collective strength within a team enhance quality for children. In week 4, exploring the national quality standard helped me to see national quality standard as a living guide that leaders use to support continuous improvement. I realized that quality leadership involves ongoing reflection, goal setting, and support educators to align routine with the best practice. In week 5, I recognize communication as a core leadership practice. Emotional intelligence, culture responsive, and active listening shape relationship with families and colleagues. In week 6, I gained clarity about pedagogy, leadership, and how leaders mentor and inspire the scaffold educator learning. In week 7, helped me understanding governance not just as administration but an ethical responsibility that ensures safety and accountability. Finally, in week 8, I learned that leading change requires trust, shared purpose, and empathy. Now I see resistance as a natural part of the changing process. Across the unit, I faced several challenges. One challenge was understanding the complexity and leadership and recognizing that it involves emotional, ethical, and relational responsibility. Another challenge was connecting theory with the practice, especially when interpreting policies and understanding distribution of leadership. However, I experienced significant successes. My reflective thinking strengthened week by week, and I developed deeper insight to collaboration, quality movement, and more confident navigation to the national quality standard and governance recommends, which helped me to see myself as an emerging leader. Some of the most important lessons I learned are the leadership is ethical, relational, and shared. It involves advocating for children's right, building strong team culture, and engaging in reflective practice. I realized leadership is not only about authority, it's about creating environment where educators feel supported and children's well-being is prioritized. I also learned the leadership requires courage, especially when guiding change or making decisions that impact children, families, and colleagues. Before the unit, I thought leadership was mainly hierarchical and connected to senior roles and administrative responsibility. I saw it as something only experienced educators could do. After the unit, my understanding changed completely. Now I see leadership as a relational, collaborative, and deeply connected to the pedagogy. It involves monitoring, reflective dialogue, communicating advocacy, and facilitating change. That shift has helped me to build a strong relationship, leadership identity that aligns with ethical practice and the EOILF. I identified four keys area of professional growth. First, I want to strengthen my confidence in interpreting policies and regulations. Second, I aim to improve communication and conflict resolution strategies. Third, I want to develop my pedagogical leadership skill so I can better mentor and guide educators. Finally, I hope to grow in leading change by building shared vision and supporting educators through uncertainty. These areas will guide my development as I enter future placement and early childhood career roles. In conclusion, this unit has transformed my understanding of leadership from the positional view to relational, ethical, and collaborative practice. My weekly reflections allowed me to think critically about challenges, success, and my growth as an emerging leader. I am committed to continuing this journey with confidence, reflective practice, and a strong sense of professional responsibility. Thank you for listening.